Hey, my name is Richard Brown. I recently lost my friend George to melanoma cancer. We like to hike together. We hiked all over the country since we were teenagers. I want to raise awareness and funding for the Melanoma International Foundation.
I had this dream last night about this bald eagle that was just flying around like so close and just huge, you know, just doing all these kind of maneuvers in the sky, and it ended up like landing on the ground. It was very cool.
I'm doing the hike for George. I'm using the NIA technique to train for this hike. Maybe we could meet up and talk if you are interested.
In fact, I think the first time I climbed to the top of where we're going, Angel's Rest, there was an eagle went screaming by. Last time I was here, I came up with a friend and I was in really emotional, I was a mess. I lost George that summer. August 11th was his memorial service, so I spoke at that. It was a big loss. I was grieving, and so I came back from all that, and I was a basket case. I was a mess. It was just like horrendous. And my friend said, well, you know, I said, do you want to go out hiking? So we hiked up here. This has always been a place I've come to, Angel's Rest, to just kind of, you know, clear my head. And you know, at the end of the day, we were heading back down, and she said, you can use a NIA class. And I was like, what's a NIA? She said, well, it's this dance class. You should come. It would be good for you. So I did. I went that night. And so it's funny now that, you know, I'm doing this hike this summer for Hike for George, and that, you know, NIA is part of my training, it's part of my life now. And, you know, hiking and NIA are two of the things that I love to do now. This is one of my favorite parts of the trail up to Angel's Rest. It opens up here. It's a lot of rocks and slabs, a little challenging. And this is, I'm going to see a lot of this kind of terrain on the John Muir Trail. Lots of granite, lots of broken granite and such. And this is an area where my trekking poles will come in handy in combination with some of the skills I've learned with NIA in terms of the upper body, my flexibility, my extremities, my ability to also keep it in sync with my core and my base, using all three together, but particularly for balance, agility, flexibility, and stability. NIA is going to help me a whole bunch. So the John Muir Trail hike that I'm doing next summer is 212 miles from Yosemite Valley to the top of Mount Whitney, the highest point in California. And I'm doing it all for this guy right here, my best friend George, best friend of 32 years. He was my best hiking buddy. We'd go out every 2 years. He'd come out here, I'd go back east. We'd do some hikes in the White Mountains. And after our Eagle Cap Wilderness experience out in northeastern Oregon, about 4 months after that, he gave me a call. He had stage 4 melanoma cancer. He passed away about 6 months later. And you know, we had a plan, 2013, we were going to go down to California and hike somewhere in the Sierras. We both loved John Muir, and we thought, hey, we'll do something down in the Sierra Nevada. So I'm doing that for him. I'm aligned myself with the Melanoma International Foundation. We're calling it the Hike for George, and it's a fundraiser to raise money for other people who, like families, and get hit with this disease, and research and helping so we can you know, be able to enjoy the sun and not have to worry about it, especially people who love to hike and be outdoors in nature. So my goal is $10,000, and when I'm out hiking for George, it's in his memory, but also to raise money for MIF. The last time we hiked together, that's the one I'll really never forget. And we climbed to the top of Eagle Cap, and it's kind of like that photo of us up there, that there were a couple other guys there, took a picture of the two of us, and neither one of us knew it at the time, but that was as good as it was going to be, and we just both didn't know it at the time.